Good afternoon. Winter has finally arrived here in Michigan and my little snowblower needs some maintenance. So a little different project on the lift today. As you can see, I'm working on my Toro. This is the Power Clear 518ZR. It needs an oil change. It runs great. I've used it for an entire season and I did not change the oil last year, so I'm going to go ahead and change it this year. When I got this, it was, gently used. It had only been used for maybe a season previous before that. And the winters here have been so strange that sometimes it'll snow and most days it doesn't, so you don't always need them. I think I used this thing twice, maybe 3 times last year, so it probably has a few hours on the oil that's in it, but it's time to go ahead and change it. I figured, why not bring it inside, throw it on the lift, and then show you guys how that's done. Now I've gone ahead and ran this thing for a little while, so the engine is up to temperature, the oil is moved around in the system, so I'm going to go ahead now and I'm going to drain it. On the back side of the engine, you'll see a drain plug right here. It's right kind of kitty corner from where you fill it. It takes a 10mm bolt, which I have or it has a 10mm bolt in it, excuse me. I have a 10mm wrench here. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up for the first time. There's no real good way to get underneath this thing, so I've got a piece of cardboard here that I'm going to use as a little ramp and hopefully capture most of the oil without making a giant mess. Now with the oil drained, I'm going to go ahead and clean off the drain plug here and then replace it. And as you can see, here's the oil fill plug here and the dipstick. So we'll go ahead and remove that real fast. Now that I've got the dipstick cleaned off, I have my oil filter and I have my oil. Now I'm choosing to use Valvoline Advanced. This is a fully synthetic oil. This is a 530. That's what this machine requires. I run Valvoline in pretty much all of my equipment, all of my lawnmowers and my snowplow and all the things like that, my kids' go-kart and everything. Had very good luck with Valvoline in my vehicles, so I run it in a lot of my power equipment. This takes 12 fluid ounces of oil, so I'm going to go ahead and open this up. Funnel put in place here. Well friends, as you can see, doing an oil change on one of these is actually pretty easy. Straightforward, everything's kind of right in the right places. It's a little bit of a mess because there's no good way to get the oil to drain out of it properly to not get it on the table. Thankfully I've got a nice table here and I've got some mats underneath it that'll help soak up that oil. But I wanted to show you guys that process and let you know that we're ready for winter here. So now I'm going to take this thing outside and blow some snow. As always friends, I appreciate you watching. We'll catch you next time.